What is going on, everybody? It is Trey from District Baseball. You can follow me on Twitter at reverse, 2R's, 2S's. You can follow the show at District BSB, and on TikTok and YouTube, you can follow us at District Baseball. Today, we're going to be hopping into an episode of District Nationals this week. It's a little different. Nick is not here. He is busy coaching and is trying to make it to the state championship game. So he is a little bit too busy to join us tonight. But I do have my friend joining us, Gavin, who is going to hop in for the show. So what's going on, Gavin?
Nothing much. Hope everybody's doing well. You can follow me on Twitter at GavinDudeXL.
Absolutely. So Gavin is also a Nats fan, so I decided to ask him if he wanted to join in kind of last second, so I don't really know what exactly we're going to be doing here, but we will first start with a recap of what happened this week. The Nats are currently sitting at 19-20, which they were, I believe, at the last time we recorded, they were 500 and then about to be over 500. So they did get over 500 this past week, which was the first time, I believe, since 2021, which, man, that feels like an eternity ago. The team was very different back then. Lots of moving parts since, but finally it feels like they've moved past being, in the complete basement. So I'll kick it over to you, Gavin. How do you feel about the team reaching that pinnacle, finally making it to that over 500 mark for the first time in a while?
It feels like the dark days soon might become sunny, hopefully within the next few years. Watching this game against the Orioles, one of the best teams in the American League, seeing us beat them, actually shut them out.
Yeah.
To be over 500 was probably one of the best feelings I've had in a while.
You know what? I felt the same way. It really was like the first time in basically since 19. I mean, I guess you could go back to the June of 2021 when Kyle Schwarber had that massive month, and there was a little bit of hype then, I would say. But this is kind of the first time since then, I would say, that I actually had that genuine feeling of like, whoa, okay, something might be a little different here. Like, we might be moving somewhere. And that's just as a fan, just talking as purely from fandom perspective, that's a great feeling. There's still issues with this team, obviously, but just to be at that point that you can say, okay, we've made progress, finally, there's something to show for it. That's cool. Now, there's still obviously issues. The team is still very top-heavy. There's still guys that we want to see called up that haven't been called up, specifically James Wood, who, by the way, won Minor League Player of the Week this week. Okay, wait, we got some weird I didn't even think about this, but James Wood won Minor League Player of the Week, and Eddie Rosario won Major League Player of the Week in the National League. Did you know that? Did you see that?
No, I did in fact see that. Yep, Eddie Rosario definitely is starting to become, I guess you could say, like, he's actually trying.
Yeah, I guess, basically the entire thing around him was that he sucked in April. But he was so bad in April that it was very concerning. But I guess they were right, because he's absolutely mashing all of a sudden. I think he had two homers against the Sox and one against, hit one off of Kimbrel in that Orioles series. Actually, that second Orioles game, even though the Nats lost, that was maybe my favorite game this week. The one that went to, I think, the 12th inning.
Yep,
just because they made multiple comebacks that were reminiscent of those 2019 games where they were just, it seemed like it didn't matter what the score was, they never felt out of it. And even though they did end up losing that game to the O's, they fought, man. They fought as hard as possible against, some would argue the best team in baseball. I wouldn't say that right now, but they're top 3 easily. So just to see that fight was awesome. And it seems like there's real belief in the clubhouse that they can win games. Still a lot of issues, though, as we saw at the end of the weekend, because the first 3 games of the week were pretty solid. I was feeling great. And then the sloppiness started. So, basically, to recap, Saturday was not as bad. I mean, we had Victor Robles got picked off that day. That wasn't good. But the team overall didn't hit that well. But, Boston's pitching staff right now is very good. I'm not going to put too much stock into the offense as a whole. They weren't great, but Boston's pitching staff is really good. So, whatever. The bigger issue was the mental mistakes everywhere. The second inning of, I believe, Sunday's game yesterday was, quite frankly, one of the most disgusting innings I've ever seen from any major league team. It started bad. It started with a leadoff walk, first and second, nobody out, and then the Victor Robles moment. Robles has been having mistakes like this for a long time, and I don't want to dwell on roasting him entirely too much, but he had some bad mistakes, and one of them starts with just not securing a routine pop fly to the center fielder, and he just dropped it outright. That was followed by, what was the next?
Rafael.
Yeah, then there was a double. Thank you, Gavin. There was a double, goes down the right field line, and Rosario just pulls up.
He had a chance, I feel like, to catch it.
Yeah, or at least it's like he thought it was going to go foul, but it landed 10 feet fair. And Gore actually was charged with earned runs because of that. And I was like, dude, come on. I mean, really? Like, Gore, we'll talk good about Gore in a second, actually, because the way that he pitched was really incredible, considering what happened. Because he gives up 3 runs that inning. And maybe he should have given up 1. He did start the inning with a walk, which is never good, but definitely it shouldn't have happened the way it happened. And then the mistakes didn't stop there. Robles made I think the worst mistake of the two was him running to third base. He didn't even look at the third base coach, not once. He didn't even look up on the replay. And that was going to be bases loaded, 1 out early in the game. Instead, it goes first and third, 2 outs, and then Luis Garcia, I think, hit a soft line drive to end that inning. That was a big scoring chance that went away. And then 5 runners in total were picked off the bases, either via caught stealing or something else. Nick Senzel got picked off, which should never happen because he's one of the few guys on this team that doesn't steal bases. So he has no reason to get picked off. He got picked off. And then the game ended on a caught stealing. So it was very fitting. Despite all that happening, the Nats were all in the game up until the very last out. But they did not deserve to win it.
No.
But, that was bad. Let's be honest. That shows that this team still has flaws. They still need to fix things. They still need time to develop some better habits to help with that, but they were playing pretty clean baseball defensively for most of the season up until the last couple weeks have been a little sloppier, so they need to clean it up. But the positive side of that game is Mackenzie Gore, so I'll go ahead and I'll ask you first. What did you think of his performance?
Mackenzie Gore. Okay. Him pitching, what was it, 111 pitches, I'm pretty sure?
Yeah, I think he did go, he went up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be probably a career high for him.
I think it's I think it's a career high. It's definitely a season high.
Yeah, I don't know if he told Davey if he could stay in or what, but I mean, what a outing by that guy. I mean, he got charged with 3 runs, which is kind of annoying, but only allowing 6 hits and striking out 9.
And I think the most impressive part was the mental game.
Yeah.
Because there was a moment last year, I don't know if you remember, Robles made a mistake in the outfield and Gore actually yelled at him right after the play.
Yeah.
And it got caught on the cameras. I get his frustration there. I wasn't necessarily blaming him for that. But he had the complete reversal this time. It was all business. It was, I don't care, Let's forget about it, let's frickin' go. And after that second inning, he was really dominant. And Davey came out to get him in that 6th inning, and I think he Max Scherzer'd his way into staying in. He was like, "Listen, I haven't pitched in a week. I've got an extra day of rest. Let me go get this guy," and then he did it, and it fired me up. Just because that that's the ace mentality, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
you gotta have that, because at the end of the day, you can't control everything that happens after the pitch is thrown. So you just gotta control what you can control, and he did that better than I've ever seen him do it. And then even after the game, I saw many quotes about, he was actually telling Robles, like, look, it's okay, let's get it together, we'll be fine. Basically supporting him, and I think that just shows the maturity level, and that's the guy I want as my team captain personally, is a guy that's going to step up and make things happen like that. Because yeah, I mean the base numbers are crazy. 9 strikeouts, didn't walk too many guys, and gave up the 2 earned runs and 3 total runs in 6 innings. So that was good, but I think he pitched better than that, based on all the outside factors that he couldn't control. Just to buckle down and be able to do that was really impressive. So I'm very excited to see where he progresses from here this season, because that was one of his best starts of the year.
Agreed. Now, another thing I'd like to point out is the Nationals bullpen as well for this week. I believe that they did really well, only giving up. There was 2 games where they gave up runs. There was the Nationals and O's, the 7-6 game. And
that one was crazy, so
Yeah. And then the Red Sox, whenever they beat us 4-2 Saturday.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm pretty sure as well that Orioles game, they had, I don't know how many they gave up before there was the free man on base. So even then, some of those runs aren't, you're gonna give up some runs with the free runner.
Yeah. But those 3 games where they didn't give up runs, they only gave up 2 hits, I believe. 2 or 3 hits. Which, I mean, I feel like the Nationals bullpen hasn't really done that.
Yeah, no, they pitched well this week, and they did it against a solid team in the O's. And then, the Boston's not as great offensively, but they're still pretty good. Yeah, that's impressive. And the pitching as a whole for this team has been just way better than we thought it was going to be. They've been able to just keep them in games. That's why there's been so many comeback victories, just because the pitching is able to limit the damage. So really, really good stuff from them. That's good to point out the pen, because they, sometimes they can be up and down, but I think this week they really locked it in. It definitely wasn't their fault that we lost in those last 2 games. That's for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, they got to bounce back and clean it up from those Boston games, but I still like the way they played this week for the most part. In those first 3 games, I was really liking the way they were playing. So yeah, hopefully they can continue to progress from here. If they stay around 500, that's great, because I expected them to be way below. And if they do stay above 500, let's bring up James Wood and try to win some games. The National League is horrible right now. We're 1 game out of a wild card spot. Like, I'm sick of being patient. Let's go win. You know what I mean? Like, we've been patient for long enough.
I agree. Yep. We got a 3-game series coming up with the White Sox. That can really help us.
Yeah, let's go take 3. I mean, tonight it got postponed. Doubleheader tomorrow. Those are hard to sweep, no matter who you're playing. But, like, establish yourself. You're the better team. Go win. That's what I was saying against the Marlins as well when we beat them. They went, and you got to beat who's on your schedule. Like, you got to beat those bad teams. If you play down to competition, that's a bad thing. If you beat those teams, that makes it feel like you're moving somewhere. So the White Sox are a team that you got to go beat, at least win the series, because like I said, it is hard to sweep a doubleheader. It's just not something that's easy to do, no matter who you are. But yeah, I think that's probably good for the recap. We got basically, there was only 5 games this week. It was a weird 2-game series with the Orioles, so. Not a full 7-game slate to talk about or anything like that. But because we are already done, we got a little fun activity to do at the end here. We're going to do a little Guess the Player Nationals edition. Me and Gavin have both selected 2 or 3 players to guess. We will give each other hints. I don't know exactly how we're going to do this, but...
I think we could just send it in the chat right here with us, right?
Okay, so the way the trivia will work is it will be similar to if you've ever seen JM Baseball for example, they do ref guests. So we're going to basically kind of rip their idea off, honestly. I'll just go ahead and say it. But we'll do it with just Nats players or former Nats players or whatever. So first guy is, this is a me challenge. So I'm getting challenged first. All right, let's check this one out. So we've got Florida Marlins early career. Played late with the Nats, looks like 2019. So this was a World Series champion. And this is the easy mode, right? Yep. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do easy to difficult. So starting out with the easy one, I think I've got a guess already. Because we've got a pitcher, we've got a 2019 World Champ, we've got a Florida Marlin, and we've got a pretty good pitcher. Cy Young 4, Rookie of the Year 9, solid career, and it looks like he came back to pitch with us. Yeah, that's gonna give it away. This is Anibal Sanchez.
You are correct.
Correct. Insert sound effect.
I remember there was one time where you asked me about the Nationals pitching staff in 2019, and he was the one person I could not remember.
Yeah, no, I definitely cherished his performance in the playoffs, so I'll never forget him for sure. But that's a good first one. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at your first one there?
My first one, easy mode. Easy mode. Okay, we got a guy that only played for the Nationals, but this year he's playing for the White Sox. And I think just immediately it says did not play in majors or minor leagues, Korea. I'd have to say I think I know who this person already is.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You think you're so good, huh? You think you're so smart.
I think I'm so good. Okay. Just because he went to the Chicago White Sox right after playing for Korea. Did this man win any award in playing in the league in Korea by chance?
Man, no? He was the MVP.
Yeah. This man is Eric Fetty.
Yeah, Eric Fetty for the easy mode. I knew you'd get that one.
I love that man, Eric Fetty.
Yeah, Eric Fetty pitching pretty well.
I remember one specific memory with Eric Fetty against Javier Baez when he was on a Mets team. And I was watching a game with you, and you would say, just throw the ball away from Javi. He'll swing at anything. Eric Fetty next pitch threw it right down the middle.
Yeah.
And Javi Baez killed the ball.
I specifically remember that because he threw him the same pitch like a week before. And I was like, just don't throw that pitch again. And he threw the exact same pitch.
He threw the exact same pitch.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. But good for Eric Fetty. 3 ERA so far this year and 45 innings pitched. He's got a nasty splitter now, so good for him. 9 strikeouts per 9. Damn. It was there all along. Clearly, we just suck. Anyways, let's move on to my medium challenge here. So, wait, that's not mine. That's yours. Okay. Early. We got mid 2000s here. So this is going back a little bit. All right. Brave to Pirate to Red Sox to Brave to D-back to Nat to White Sox. Okay, well, all right. I immediately striking that one out. I was like, Adam Dunn, but no, because he played for the Reds. So that's not him. What kind of player is this? A position player, solid hitter, MVP 6 as a Nat. Okay. MVP 6 as a Nat in 12. Okay. Gold Glove, Silver Slugger. Okay. Yeah. No, wait, did he play? I think I know who it is, but did he play for the Pirates? Oh no, did he? I don't remember him playing for Pittsburgh. I remember him playing for the Braves, and I remember him playing for the D-backs and the White Sox. But the Pirates are throwing me off. I think it's him, though, because of the first baseman. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with Adam LaRoche.
Adam LaRoche is correct. Okay.
I was like, that Pittsburgh was throwing me off, but I was like, no, it has to be him because of the time frame. It just adds up. And he finished his career as the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he actually left
Yeah.
the team because they wouldn't let his son in the clubhouse. So.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
That exactly. Yep.
All right, yeah, that Pittsburgh I almost messed that up. I almost went with somebody else. All
Who
right.
else were you thinking?
I didn't have another one. That's why I ended
really?
up going with LaRoche because I was like, it's throwing me off, but I can't think of anybody else.
Yep.
All right, on to your medium.
Okay, medium player. He started with Nationals. 2015, only played 15 games. 182 batting average. Ugh. Number 4, I think 4 is second baseman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he started out as a second baseman, then went around the infield, and then 2017 he became a utility guy. It looks like he played almost every single position. He was with the 2019 Nationals World Series team, but he didn't play a lot in 2019, and he only played infield, is what it looks like.
Yeah, he was all over the place, all over the field.
Yeah, he was all over the place, and then in 2020, he only played 12 games with us, but that was a shortened season. 71 batting average. Whew.
Yeah, not his best.
And
Decent 2021.
Went to Pittsburgh in 2021. Okay. This might be a little difficult for me, but the 4, second baseman. Second baseman.
Yeah, I mean it's second baseman, but like he definitely played more games as a utility man total.
Yeah.
Like he was everywhere.
Let's see. Stolen bases. He had a few stolen bases. Okay. Man, I'm kind of stumped here, but
I can start dropping hints eventually if you need them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Washington to Pittsburgh in 2021. Man, did really good with Pittsburgh actually.
Yeah, it was a decent year with them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, medium. I'll allow one hint.
Okay.
I'll allow one hint.
All right. So he was utility man. He was on the 2019 team, but he wasn't on the World Series roster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Okay. I think I'm starting to think of second basemen and stuff, and man, the only second baseman that's really stuck in my head at the moment is Danny Espinosa. I don't know why, but I guess this would be after Danny Espinosa, right?
He was not on the 2019 team. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think
I should have done him.
Oh my God! Wait. I wish I had my camera on so you could put a light bulb above my head.
Oh,
I think I just figured it out.
You think you got it? Okay.
I think I just figured it out. Is this man by chance Wilmer Defoe?
Yo!
Was I right?
Yes. Good job,
oh my
dude.
God.
That's dude. I realized like halfway through that was a little tougher than I thought it was initially.
I used all of my brain capacity for that, so the hard one might be a little too difficult.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the Pittsburgh one honestly helped me a lot.
Yeah, because he was popping in and out with that lineup in that 21 season, so he was definitely a part of that squad. Yeah, that was good stuff, dude. Honestly, good guess. Because I definitely realized that I might have messed up and given you too hard of a guy, but pretty good stuff. Yeah, no, Wilmer Defoe. I know you knew him, but not necessarily the first guy you think of. Okay, my turn for hard mode finally. Let's see here. We've got only a brief stint, it looks like, with the Nationals in 2022. All over the place. This guy's a reliever. Pretty good reliever. Angels to Nats, from White Sox, from Cubs. Oh my God, this guy was everywhere. Seattle, Rays, Cardinals, Marlins. Started with Miami. You can strike some batters out. 10 Ks per 9. 2022 Nats relievers. Oh God. That's a brutal group. I mean, he wasn't terrible. He was all right. He was pretty good for most of his career. Damn. Yeah. This one's tough. Okay.
Yeah, I think, man, I don't know if this is right. I might have to double check. But
I was thinking Erasmo Ramirez at first, but that's not him. Because he played in 23. Damn. Okay.
I could.
Angels to
Light
Nats.
bulb above the head.
Oh yeah, side armor. Oh, it's a side armor. Steve. Steve Cishek.
Yeah.
Steve Cishek. Holy crap.
Steve.
Woo. Okay.
My hint
Found him.
was that he was a sidearm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the Angels got. As soon as I put that together because I remember when I did my preview, I talked about him pitching for them.
Yeah.
that was okay. That was a tough one. Almost got me. I was starting to blank there for a second. All right. Okay, and finally on to Gavin's hard mode.
Hard mode. Okay. So, 2017, he played for the Brewers and the Rangers. He only started 2 games that year, didn't win anything, so kind of like a bullpen guy. You'd say 24 innings pitched combined, 6 ERA, and then didn't play for 3 years.
Yep.
I guess
gap.
he was in. Was that minors or is that just like he didn't play?
He was in the minors. He might
Minors?
have been in a different league actually. He might have gone to Japan or something.
Okay.
But he was playing, but he wasn't in a major.
Yeah. Okay. And then 2020 Nationals decide to take a shot at this guy. So only played 2 games in 2020 though, and then 2021 and 2022 is where we kind of get into it.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of innings for sure.
Yeah. He was He was a starting pitcher. 2022, he didn't win a single game.
Yeah.
And then in 2023, he had a 24 ERA. Only in 3 games, though. Only 109 innings in 2021. And he was a starting pitcher.
Mostly. He did have some bullpen, but
Okay, yeah, 35 games and 19 started. Okay. I think this one has to be medium mode, honestly, because I feel like I already have this guy.
Okay, so maybe we should have flip-flopped him. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you might have had to flip-flop them. I remember this guy being not throwing that fast, but I remember him being a, as we would call it, big curveball man.
Big curveball man. Yes, we would call it big curveball man.
Yep. This man.
I forgot about big curveball man. This was definitely medium difficulty. Damn it.
Yeah, he was one of. I know he didn't play like that great in the years, but I really feel like he was probably one of my favorite like bullpen / starting pitcher dudes, just because I loved him so much. Is this Paolo what's his name? What's his last name? Espinosa or something like that?
Espino. There you go.
Espino.
Paolo Espino is the correct answer. I forgot that we had the nickname.
Yeah.
Big curveball man nickname for him.
Yeah. I think it was him being like bullpen / starter.
Mm-hmm.
He was like our fifth or sixth option or whatever.
Yeah, 21. He was actually pretty effective. I mean,
Yeah.
He like had his moments that year. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's an interesting career just because he made it back to the big leagues as a 33-year-old. That's
33.
That's rare. So
Yeah, I didn't even look at the age.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
the age.
yeah, he actually threw some innings for Toronto this year, but I think they DFA'd him. But yeah, that was fun. That was definitely fun. I should have flip-flopped, I think, because I forgot we had the nickname. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little trivia segment. If you did, make sure to let us know. We'll do some more. But that was our recap for this week on Nats baseball. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow Gav on Twitter as well. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode. Let's go Nats.